And this is Drill. Yeah, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. It is currently almost midnight here in New York. I'll wake up to see my group chat is going nuts. Then I'll open YouTube to see that Chip dropped a track about an hour ago. So this is gonna be about as instant gets for me, which means that if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to check out my future videos. For those of you who are returning, this one isn't gonna be as edited as my usual reactions are because it's Chip. And I actually already heard the producer tag while I was loading up the song because it dropped like on the very first second. So I know this one is about to be mad. So listen, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. Quick disclaimer, just so y'all know, I heard this before I listened to Gets and Stormzy's track. I'm actually recording this after just reacting to that. So I know that Chip is gonna make some references here that I'm not gonna realize he's referencing. I just wanna say, Chip, you're fast. It don't make no sense how fast you do this. But anyway, back into the reaction. I never thought I would see the day where Chip is on an M1 beat.
Okay then, you're a bad boy, okay then. Wicked Skeng man, okay then.
Man, we're on this type of time. Let me raise the volume. I see the timing that we on. And it's interesting because I've been saying lately that M1 hasn't been all over the place, but the stuff that he has been landing on have been really big deals, so.
All that money can't buy these flows. Someone have a go, okay then. Foster care that when I spray pen. Hashtag murky, but you're not a murker. Promise when I finish with this coconut, I'm gonna push his hairline back further. Send him more Dubai, go.
And this is Drill. And Chip is already rude as it is. In a lyrical, alright.
Not a murker. Promise when I finish with this coconut, I'm gonna push his hairline back further. Send him more Dubai, go Turkey. Cause that hairline needs surgery. I don't wanna hear about hashtag murky. Them boy that's a can't murk me. Yo, 1 minute you're on home invasions, next minute you're at strangers painting. Like why you love going people's houses? Yo, 10 in your yard, you pagan. You know what I'm.
Chip is not gonna let this go, huh? And I heard that hairline bar. Essentially, there are places in Turkey where you could go to get your hairline fixed. All right, let's take this back.
Hashtag murky, but you're not a murker. Promise when I finish with this coconut, I'm gonna push his hairline back further. Send him more Dubai, go Turkey. Cause that hairline needs surgery. I don't wanna hear about hashtag murky. Them boy that's a can't murk me. Yo, 1 minute you're on home invasions, next minute you're at strangers painting. Like why you love going people's houses? Yo, 10 in your yard, you pagan. You know on the mic, I'm a cannibal. You can't even handle cannabis. Spinning a crew, should've warned you. Chipmunk don't do panicking. You're all gonna hear Stormzy took a L, and he tried stand tall before he fell. So he's a man of his word in some ways, but he's on stalking like a girl. Cocaine, my nose don't know the smell. I'm on track, he's off the rails. You're just a bitch with only fans. Boy, I don't give two fucks what you sell. Boy, I don't give two fucks what you sold. You got that contradiction. Houses, yo, 10 in your yard, you pagan. You know on the mic, I'm a cannibal. You can't even handle cannabis. Spinning a crew, should've warned.
And then he says that while actually smoking. And the thing about this, right, for those of you who actually listen to drill, yes, this isn't as rude as like other kinds of drill songs, right? I know that, obviously. But it's the fact that when Chip sends for you, he's not just talking about, oh, who got murked and all this crazy stuff. He's talking about your character. And that's just something that, to me, it just stings on a different kind of level. Not saying it's more or less, it's just different.
Chipmunk don't do panicking. You're all gonna hear Stormzy took a L, and he tried stand tall before he fell. So he's a man of his word in some ways, but he's on stalking like a girl. Cocaine, my nose don't know the smell. I'm on track, he's off the rails. You're just a bitch with only fans. Boy, I don't give two fucks what you sell. Boy, I don't give two fucks what you sold. You got that contradictory flow. 1 minute is fuck the government, fuck Boris. Next minute you're telling people vote. Boy, you're not a Christian, you're a fraud. Crucify him, praise the Lord. How are you blinded by his grace, but still managed to find my door? To save your life, you couldn't spit like.
I just find it interesting that as soon as Chip makes amends, well, not as soon because it's been about 3 years, but Chip makes amends with Bugsy, and then now it's Stormzy's turn, and he's saying names. And the thing about Chip is all he needs is 1 or 2 things about you, and he could write 1,000,000 bars. Like all this dude Stormzy had to do is pull up to his crib unannounced, and that's about to be the 3rd song about that.
Boris, next minute you're telling people vote. Boy, you're not a Christian, you're a fraud. Crucify him, praise the Lord. How are you blinded by his grace, but still managed to find my door. To save your life, you couldn't spit like me. You can get it in British or get it in tweet. Gem, Speng, Kwasi Asem, weird and me, don't try me again, dickhead. I'ma usher this boy to a seat, do a U-turn, spin back round. You came up remixing my bars, print not the other way around. You can't run out of bars, just like Chip, you can't run out of bars. That's what you said, look now you dead. If I was there, you get spun out the park, run out the dance. Chip don't run out your nah. I would've bumba, I would've Ross. Take it there, take it far, take your gal, take it dog. Humble pie, serve that well, I'm a humble guy. Deep down all of the guys on your side, deep down wanna see the clash on the slide. Trust me, I know about you, it's like you.
Man is saying deep down, even the people in your camp wanna see this go down. Alright then.
You get spun out the park, run out the dance. Chip don't run out your nah. I would've bumba, I would've Ross. Take it there, take it far, take your gal, take it dog. Humble pie, serve that well, I'm a humble guy.
He reminded me of Unknown P when he said about it. I just want to point that out. He reminded me of him.
Deep down all of the guys on your side, deep down wanna see the clash on the slide. Trust me, I know about you, it's like you. Fuck with a nigga and it's pagan too. All spin it in the middle on both tunes. Caught in the middle with my pen go boom. So, pick a side, minimize, aiming at fences. Who's on the fence then? I get defensive and get offensive. Man get offended, trust me, I put them in. You can't run out of bars, that's what you said. Look now, you dead. If I was there, you get spun out the park, run out the dance. Chip don't run out your nah. I would've bumba, I would've Ross. Take it there, take it far, take your gal, take it dog. Humble pie, serve that well, I'm a humble guy. Deep down all of the guys on your side, deep down wanna see the clash on the slide. Trust me, I know about you, it's like you. Fuck with a nigga and it's pagan too. All spin it in the middle on both tunes. Caught in the middle with my pen go boom. So,
and the thing that's interesting about this, a lot of people got on me for saying, oh, Drake was off beat and only you freestyle. I don't care what you say, he was off beat to me. He was on one beat at one point in time, he was on a different beat at another point in time. But Chip is doing right now what people were saying Drake was doing. At least to me, it sounds like he's matching the hi-hats really well. He's not like on each beat of the hi-hat, but his flow is like at the same rapid pace as the hi-hats too.
Aside, minimize, aiming at fences. Who's on the fence then? I get defensive and get offensive. Man get offended. Trust me, I pin up in no time. Pin up and sky that. Plus I don't stop to the ending. Someone get this bitch a run.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's reminding me exactly of Only You. Like the way that like the drums are on a different beat than what he's riding on. Because right now he's riding the hi-hats. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. Y'all let me know this time around, but that's what it sounds like.
Aside, minimize, aiming at fences. Who's on the fence then? I get defensive and get offensive. Man get offended. Trust me, I pin up in no time. Pin up and sky that. Plus I don't stop to the ending. Someone get this bitch a bra. It's a booby trap when I'm sending. Hearing I'm popping online, but I don't even check my mentions. Them man they come offline, cause they can't handle the attention. I can handle all the tension. After school, him that's attention. Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren.
It is deep the fact that his flow has switched so many times within what? This almost 2.5 minutes? I can't even count how many times he switches flow, but he just switches it up so naturally. It's like, certain men, they switch their flow up when the verse ends. Chip just switches it when he feels like it.
Can handle all the tension. After school, him that's attention. Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren. Use my voice and make a sample. I gon' crack you on a sample. Fuck with shit that's gonna cost you. Have you flaring up your nostrils. Slap it ASAP with precision. G-taps your own religion. Hop out the whip, looking for Chip, you only bad.
Wait, was he doing like a digger sequence? Well, maybe not necessarily him, but it was reminding me of Woy.
Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren. Offensive, man get offended. Trust me, I pin up in no time. Pin up and sky that. Plus I don't stop to the ending. Someone get this bitch a bra. It's a booby trap when I'm sending. Hearing I'm popping.
He said, get him a bra. It's a booby trap.
My pen go boom. So, pick a side, minimize, aiming at fences. Who's on the fence then? I get defensive and get offensive. Man get offended. Trust me, I pin up in no time. Pin up and sky that. Plus I don't stop to the end.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna say. Right? With regards to this whole like artist matching the hi-hats thing, because this is the second time that M1 has been involved with a track like that. If they're gonna do that, drop the drums. Like drop the bass underneath it. Because it's kind of throwing me off a little bit to hear that he's on the hi-hats, but then like the bass is dropping on a different beat. I guess like, you know, the music purists, like the rappers on it, they're gonna love it. But to me, it's like, it's distracting personally.
Someone get this bitch a bra. It's a booby trap when I'm sending. Hearing I'm popping online, but I don't even check my mentions. Them man they come offline, cause they can't handle the attention. I can handle all the tension. After school, him that's attention. Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren. Use my voice and make a sample. I gon' crack you on a sample. Fuck with shit that's gonna cost you. Have you flaring up your nostrils.
Yeah, take back this whole voice sequence. He's wildin'.
Who's on the fence then? I get defensive and get offensive. Man get offended. Trust me, I pin up in no time. Pin up and sky that. Plus I don't stop to the ending. Someone get this bitch a bra. It's a booby trap when I'm sending. Hearing I'm popping online, but I don't even check my mentions. Them man they come offline, cause they can't handle the attention. I can handle all the tension. After school, them that's the tension. Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren. Use my voice and make.
Go home, Roger.
Check my mentions. Them man they come offline, cause they can't handle the attention. I can handle all the tension. After school, them that's the tension. Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren. Use my voice and make a sample. I gon' crack you on a sample. Fuck with shit that's gonna cost you. Have you flaring up your nostrils. Slap it ASAP with precision. G-Sap's your own religion. Hop out the whip, looking for chip, you only vibe with the bros. Cause that one the vibe.
Where did he match the beat on that too?
Flaring up your nostrils. Slap it ASAP with precision. G-Sap's your own religion. Hop out the whip, looking for chip, you only vibe with the bros. Cause that one the vibe. I can handle all the tension. After school, them that's the tension. Go home, Roger, we ain't brethren. Use my voice and make a sample. I gon' crack you on a sample. Fuck with shit that's gonna cost you. Have you flaring up your nostrils. Slap it ASAP with precision. G-Sap's your own religion. Hop out the whip, looking for chip, you only vibe with the bros. Cause that one the vibe. 2 days before when you came on your own. If it's so bad, tell me cuz. Why you ain't come back? One man up, 2 hands up, always just gang. The one that you say you own and don't rent. Wrestling, bars, try me. You didn't mind when it was wily. Gang, look at like gonna crack you on us.
And you know. Here's what I will say. I caught what he started saying. That was what I said when I first heard the 2 disses that Chip sent before. When he sent Killer MC and Flowers. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care about beef. It's none of my business, right? But when it was Wiley, it was all kind of 24 hours to reply. All kind of talking about man's mom. Talking about the whole family. He pretty much had a family reunion in his disses to Wiley, right? But then, next man sends for him, and it's just like, it's crickets. Now, granted, it could be a power move, like some people saying, oh, it's just like, I'm going to show I'm so big that I don't even have to respond to you. But when there was something to say before, there was no hesitation. So, sure.
Sample, fuck with shit that's gonna cost you. Have you flaring up your nostrils. Slap it ASAP with precision. G-Sap's your own religion. Hop out the whip, looking for chip, you only vibe with the bros. Cause that one the vibe. 2 days before when you came on your own. If it's so bad, tell me cuz. Why you ain't come back? One man up, 2 hands up, always just gang. The one that you say you own and don't rent. Wrestling, bars, try me. You didn't mind when it was wily. Good kid, I'm on a G before rap. I'm on a feast before rap. So no crap before rap. So that cracking all raps. Still tortilla in tracks. You man are some trifling dogs. Dalmatians don't change their spots. Now I'm barking what? Can't corner me, neither nor my team. Disrespect man's pro. 2 days before when you came on.
The thing about Chip is that, again, yes, this is a diss, yes, it's on drill, yes, it's not as rude as drill that we're used to, but it's the way that he delivers. Like, this is a veteran here that we're talking about. Like, he's bringing us things that your favorite drill artist could never, lyrically and in terms of the flows, right? It may not be as rude as you may be expecting it to be on a beat like this, but it's rude in so many other ways.
If it's so bad, tell me cuz. Why you ain't come back? One man up, 2 hands up, always just gang. The one that you say you own and don't rent. Wrestling, bars, try me. You didn't mind when it was wily. Good kid, I'm on a G before rap. I'm on a feast before rap. So no crap before rap. So that cracking all raps. Still tortilla in tracks. You man are some trifling dogs. Dalmatians don't change their spots. Now I'm barking what? Can't corner me, neither nor my team. Disrespect man's program. I heard your little line about them man's cold, but kaboom, that ad-lib belongs to Conan. You know this thing, no guts, no glory. Snake, you know you was banging my
kaboom!
Tortilla in tracks. You man are some trifling dogs. Dalmatians don't change their spots. Now I'm barking what? Can't corner me, neither nor my team. Disrespect man's program. I heard your little line about them man's cold, but kaboom, that ad-lib belongs to Conan. You know this thing, no guts, no glory. Snake, you know you was banging my story. I got my pen and my highlight, fam. Trust me, it's jarring, I like them, man. What kind of Christian dragging man out of cars? Repent, or you're going hell, my dog. Commander with it, I'm commanding. That you gon' read the 10 commandments. The Lord can't save you from this rousing.
And he's going right back to that flow.
Man's program, I heard your little line about them man's cold, but kaboom, that ad-lib belongs to Conan. You know this thing, no guts, no glory. Snake, you know you was banging my story. I got my pen and my highlight, fam. Trust me, it's jarring, I like them, man. What kind of Christian dragging man out of cars? Repent, or you're going hell, my dog. Commander with it, I'm commanding. That you gon' read the 10 commandments. The Lord can't save you from this Ryzen. Bumble wall, I'm on your rotted. Spiritual wickedness slewing. What type of juju are you doing? Last time I checked, you're signed to the guy that's the father of the guy who signed 6'9", so you better check yourself quick before you...
Man said, you are a snake by the affiliation of an affiliation. Jesus Christ.
Spiritual wickedness slewing. What type of juju are you doing? Last time I checked, you're signed to the guy that's the father of the guy who signed 6'9", so you better check yourself quick before you wreck yourself. Study your team, stop studying mine. I'm nice whenever it's studying time. The game been snaky, snakes and ladders update me. Check it out on the 29th.
And you know what's interesting about the fact that he said Snakes and Ladders? I feel like Snakes and Ladders was the track that Stormzy and Wiley did together on a Wiley track a while back. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like they did a track together that was called Snakes and Ladders.
What type of juju are you doing? Last time I checked, you're signed to the guy that's the father of the guy who signed 6'9", so you better check yourself quick before you wreck yourself. Study your team, stop studying mine. I'm nice whenever it's studying time. The game been snaky, Snakes and Ladders update me. Check it out on the 29th. Go read the 10 Commandments. I live your life that way. M1 under these.
That's got traps.
So in this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're gonna get straight into it, and this one gets just below a 10. Now, truth be told, this is not my favorite diss out of this trilogy so far, but nonetheless, Chip continues to prove why he is an S tier, maybe even S plus tier at this point, level MC. His flows are just so unmatched, especially on this one right here. The fact that he was able to switch so seamlessly between the flows to the point where I didn't even necessarily notice it. It wasn't until I peeped that there was a different scheme going on. He was saying things a little bit different than the way he was just now, that I was just like, oh damn, the flow switched again. And then he has the audacity to go back to flows early in the track. Granted, yes, I understand that Chip is not the only person to do that, but the way that he just finds the perfect spots in the beat to do this. Now, speaking of the beat, this is not my favorite one for him, but it does just go to prove how versatile Chip is. With that being said, I'm not really a fan of like the super sporadic kind of drill beat thing, you know, like where the beat has a particular flow going for itself and then like the drum patterns kind of start wilding out a little bit. Like this one definitely reminded me of the Only You freestyle, and it's more or less the same gripes that I have about it. Like that point in time when Chip was on that flow where I'm pretty sure he was on the hi-hats, like the way everybody was saying Drake was and Only You. Like the way that I feel is that if you know that you're gonna want to do that, just drop the drums and let the hi-hat and the melody carry everything else, because it isn't necessarily that the drums or the artist is offbeat so much that it is that there's two different layers that they could choose to approach, and they're kind of conflicting, at least in my opinion. Now, truth be told, with regards to the lyricism here, as I'm listening to it, I'm just like, this one wasn't as hard as the first two disses. But then as you start hitting towards the end, he just started unloading something different. And really and truly, the thing about Chip is that he really does not run out of bars. Like when he says that, he's dead ass. Like he really just took one situation and just two, maybe even three aspects of Stormzy's character, and he's written 3 songs about it at this point. And he's found new ways to touch on those things, just constantly picking at things that Chip is identifying as contradictory aspects of his character. And at this point, it's like, what can you really say in response to these things? Besides getting like super personal, maybe dropping things that came up in personal conversation or something. I don't know. Compared to Killer MC and Flowers, this one isn't as replayable to me. So that's the main reason why I wanted to make sure I didn't rate this one as high as I rated the other two. Granted, I don't remember what I gave them. I'm pretty sure I gave them both perfect 10s. But this one, it was just below the level of those two tracks. Now, at the end of the day, Chip is so versatile, he could do whatever he wants. But I think I can confidently say at this point, at least certain kinds of drill beats aren't necessarily for him. Like drill is just the genre right now if you want to come for somebody's head. Even Stormzy did it. But I think that maybe this one could use a different kind of drill beat to match Chip. Now, as my last bit of commentary, I really don't care to have any kind of opinion about beef, because at the end of the day, look what happened with Chip and Bugsy, right? At a certain point in time, they got over it. They came back to being friends, right? They're gonna go about their life. Now, Chip and Stormzy, they were cool at a point in time, so maybe they're gonna get cool again after this. Who knows? What Chip said really does hold merit. Like when it was Wiley, Stormzy had a lot to say, and it was rude. Man was talking about the whole family. But this time around, when there was something to really speak on, at the end of the day, it's none of my business. They're gonna do whatever they do. They're both extremely talented artists. I'm just looking forward to seeing what's gonna come out of this, because Chip, he just shows no signs of lifting off of the gas right now. He is just full steam ahead, and I just want to hear what this project is going to sound like at this point. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Hang tight for some more reactions, because I do got more of those coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.